had a tree open here. Go ahead and just get a river right through here. Oh! Hi, Cadre. I didn't see you guys there. It's Wednesday, June 21st, right? 20th. My apologies. Gonna do a quick shave today. I'm on my way into work. It's early. I gotta be there in an hour or so. So this is gonna be a quicker video for you guys, but I wanted to do this on camera. So, Spider, known as KJ on the forum, he sent me 2 samples of Jeeves, Tobacco Bay Leaf and Mountain Rain. And if you remember on one of my videos, I think it was the tour of my den, I talked about one of the scents that is like, no, it was my 7 sins of shaving. Sins that are like ones that I lust for, ones that I really, really want. And those scents are primarily 2 scents that I'm always going to try and buy are, one is that fresh smell of outdoors after a rainstorm or during a rainstorm, spring day in a mountain meadow, something along those lines. So he sent me a sample of this because he says that he thinks that they hit it out of the park. And then I also, the other scent, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's that, I love that drier clothes smell. So anyways, scent off of the sample is a little bit lighter than I would like, but it's hard to judge that off of a sample. I mean, it's not in its container. So I would say 2.5 to 3 out of 5 on that scale. I've got it soaking a little bit. I put quite a bit in there, if you can kind of see. I don't want to dump out the water that I've got in there, the 2 tablespoons of water or so, but I use my Captain's Choice bowl when I'm doing this lathering job. It's about the same, about a 3 now that it's been soaking. I put a good helping amount in there because it's a sample and I want to give this soap every opportunity to succeed. So I'm going to add this to my face and we're going to get going. Okay, on deck today, brush-wise, let me drink that water. I soak my synthetics, it's just a habit. I never want to get in the habit of not soaking a brush, I think is the main reason. I'm using the Eric Sorrentino TSC Legacy brush with our wonderful logo down there on the bottom. Great handle, great workmanship and craftsmanship. So we're going to go ahead and just work on a bowl lather here and get this lather built. Usually when I do samples, I don't do much of the lather building on my face. I just do it all in the bowl. If I feel like I can control the water a little bit better, I'm going to add a little bit more. Actually, I'm adding a couple drops. It started out very pasty. As I'm working it along the ridges of this Captain's Choice bowl, which is awesome, by the way. If you haven't invested in the Captain's Choice bowl, I would highly recommend it. In my opinion, it's one of the best shade bowls out there. And Scott at Captain's Choice really knocked it out of the park. The thumb notch is perfect. It fits perfectly in my hand. This is the larger sized one. There are smaller ones too. I don't own a smaller one, but I hear good things about them also. I like the larger one. Adding a little bit more water. I like the larger one. I feel like I have more room to work with. But again, I don't have anything to compare it to. I can just work it really well. So I've been building the lather here, looking at my timer for about a minute. I'm about there. Hey, that's weird. I actually lost a hair off the brush. Not a big deal. Anyways, guys, look at this. Wow. Okay, looks promising so far. All right, so I am going to use my feather, SS in green. I've got a Feather Pro Guard blade loaded in there. I think it's its 8th or 9th shave. So with these blades, I really only do 2 passes, like 2.5. I don't need to go 3 to get into where I feel comfortable to go to work. So we're gonna, now I still do a little bit of scrubbing motion when I'm doing these to to get them on the face, but what I will say right off the bat is how silky smooth this soap feels. I'll also add, this is the first time I've ever used Jeeves. I think it's called Jeeves of Hudson Street is the full name. I don't know much about them. I knew these samples were coming, so I've looked on their website a little bit. And it seems like he's a good guy, you know, who's just making soap. And it's a company that I would be willing to support. I don't know how, I mean, I've been wet shaving for over 4 years now. I don't know how they flew under the radar for me. Guys, this is good lather. Wow. One of the things I like to always do is just put a little bit in between my fingers. Okay. Yeah, good peaks forming. Good slickness. Rub it, wash it off. Residual's good. Not as good as others that have done that test, but I don't think that's going to be a problem here. Okay, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. Probably won't talk as much. I'm using a straight. I don't feel as confident with the straight, even though this is like shade 196 or something. With a straight. Not sure if you guys can tell the sun I've been getting. Look at that. Been outside a lot. Very good. Essential slickness is definitely good. I'm just not willing to say it's as good as a bunch of other soaps. But, I mean, this is up there. Wow. Very good first pass. Okay, I'm going to clean off, do the second pass, and my cleanup pass off camera, and then I'll come back. So I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, I'm back. Finished up my last pass, my cleaning pass. I did right here, kind of hard to tell, I had a little pimple that was beginning to form. Not the soap's fault, not the razor's fault. I kind of ran over it. Bled a tiny bit, still trying to a little bit, but a little styptic went on it and it's fine. So while I clean up here, I wanted to talk about this soap a little bit. So, Jeeves of Hudson Street, Mountain Rain. I've never used it before, never used this company before. I've heard of them, so I don't want to act like I've never heard of them. It's been 4 years and I've never bought anything from them, that I've been doing this. I would say it's a good soap, very good soap. Initial impressions, slickness was good, cushion was good, residual slickness was good but not great, if that makes sense. Latherability was excellent. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just one of the things I always like to do is this. Look, this is good lather, guys. This is top quality stuff. It has a little bit of that foamy texture to it, which isn't a bad thing if you understand what you're trying to do with it. And this could have just been me lathering it for the first time. So I don't feel comfortable like downgrading it because there are these smaller bubbles. in lather. It didn't quite get to that silky consistency that I like with most soaps. So that could mean that I missed the water band. And what I mean by water band is that, in my opinion, as I'm cleaning up, I'm talking, I'm sorry, so you're just going to have to listen under the water. But as I'm cleaning up, I mean, anyway, so water band to me is that section of the water of the soap where it is the perfect lather. Every soap has one, in my opinion, and you just need to find the water band. Is it a tight water band, so you've got to get it like scientifically perfect? It's 1 tablespoon of water or something like that for every lather, or whatever it is. I don't know, or is it a wide water band? So meaning that there is a section of where you could be. So I did to it what I try to do the first time with most any soap, which is a soaked brush, soak the water on the soap to soften it up, even though it's already a soft soap. So I do that, and then you guys saw, I squoze the brush out, and then I slowly added what I call dribbles of water. I did it 3 times. Maybe it needed 1 more, because in my opinion it wasn't to the right spot, and I think my lather was a little dry for the first run. Scent-wise, this is always subjective, but scent-wise, it's good. It hits that note that I want. This is a soap that I'm going to have to buy, I'll be honest. So you guys know my tier system, right? So I do it in boxes 1 through 10. Box 1 means it's an elite soap. Box 2, 3, and 4 is called tier 1. 5, 6, 7 is tier 2. 8, 9, 10 is tier 3. Tier 3 is soaps that I'm not going to buy even if the scent's good. Tier 2 are soaps that are really good. Like, anybody could use them and is going to get a good shave out of them. I'm not going to go out there and try and buy the whole lineup. I'm just going to try and buy, scents that are intriguing to me. So a tier 2 soap is nothing bad. It's excellent, actually. Tier 1 means that, wow, buy it. And if you're not sure on the scent, still buy it. And then elite is obviously the best of the best. I'm torn on this one. I kind of feel like it belongs in tier 2, box 5, which means that it's right on the cusp. It's right there. It means that after 1 use, don't take this as a final judgment on this soap, please, because clearly it's good. I think if I play around with it a little bit more, it's going to be a tier 1 soap. So I'm going to stick to my guns. That's my initial impressions. Tier 2, box 5. Really, really good soap, though. I am going to buy this one. I guarantee it. So if Jeeves happens to wash this soap, you're going to see a soap order come in from me soon. And I'll probably just get the aftershave too to match because it's a great scent. As I continue to use it and as I use the other sample that KJ sent me, we'll see if it changes. And if it does, I'll report back in my journal or on camera and let you guys know that it is bumped up to a tier 1. I'm fairly confident that eventually this soap will bump up to a tier 1, but initial impressions puts it in a tier 2. So anyways, that's the end of that. I did put on some witch hazel. You guys didn't see that. What I am going to do to wrap up this soap, wrap up the shave, is I'm going to use St. Charles Shave Fairway. If you guys haven't purchased this, this is an excellent scent. This is the aftershave. I need to buy the cologne from them. While this is not a perfect match to the Mountain Rain, it's within the wheelhouse. Fairway is another one of those soaps that I just love scent-wise for that reason, and it hits those notes. So I'm going to put this on. There is a little bit of sting where that pimple was, I'll be honest, but whew, nice, cooling, refreshing. Put a little in here. Okay, good. I'll actually, before I go, I'll put a couple of dotties around and treat it like a cologne. It's strong enough that it can be worn as a cologne. So, whoo, don't fall. That's my shave. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a quicker one. If you guys have any questions, come check us out at www.theshavingcadre.com. We just kicked off our vendor program, so we're looking for vendors to come join us. If you have questions, reach out to Dave, Chris, or I about the vendor program. We would love to walk you through it. We're trying, just a quick plug, our vendor program is going to be different than we hope any of the other forums out there. We want you to be a valued member of our forum. We want you to be able to go walk around, talk in any of the sub-forums that are out there, not limit you to just your little corner, and ask you to interact with our members. We see you as a resource, just as our members see you as a resource. So we want you to interact. We want you to chime in. You know, when somebody asks the question of how do you lather a soap, we want you to chime in and do it. You guys are making the soaps, for instance. You guys should be able to talk about how to lather the soaps freely and openly. So we want you guys to join us. We want you to come in and check us out. So head on over to www.theshavingcadre.com. One final thank you to KJ, Mr. Spider. Thank you so much for sending these samples. That is a home run scent. Absolutely love it. Jeeves, fantastic job. Going to continue using it. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.